I have something to show you. So, I have been trading one version or the other of an opening range break strategy for well over 2 years at this point. It's been my single source of income for the last 8 months. I was able to leave my previous job because this strategy was so successful that I built up a big enough bankroll to where I didn't need to be reporting anymore Monday through Friday to someone else's company to tell me what to do. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then keep watching. I'm going to show you over the last 365 days how profitable this strategy would have been over that time period. So if you want to start day trading and you can follow two simple steps, I'm going to show you a strategy that will make you money. I'd almost go as far to say I guarantee it. So here we are. We're on MES futures right here. So I have my strategy already applied to this. I'm actually going to remove it, but I want to show you guys what it is and what the strategy looks like because this is how we're going to back test it. I'm going to show you the strategy and then I'm going to show you the results. So just remember this right here, this time frame, these exits, yada. Let's remove it and I'm going to walk you through step 1 and step 2 and then show you these results. So the first thing you want to do is go to MES futures and go to the 15-minute time frame. If you want your screen to look exactly like mine, it's 1:56 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on February 9th, 26. I'm going to show you exactly how to mark this out. You're on the 15-minute time frame, and what you want to do is find the 9:30 candle. This candle right here is the conglomeration of 9:30 to 9:45 price action movement. So this one candle represents 15 minutes of price movement on the 15-minute time frame. So you want to come over here on the left-hand side and click your rectangle tool. Now, yours might not look like a rectangle. Yours might be this paintbrush right here. Either way, click this little tiny arrow right here, scroll down to rectangle, or Alt, Shift, and R is the hotkey, if that's your thing, to pull up the rectangle tool. So now you want to come back to this candle right here, the 9:30 15-minute, and you want to go from the top wick to the bottom wick, click, and then grab the middle and just drag it over like this. Your chart, if you're following along, should look exactly like mine, minus the colorful mess that mine is. Side note, the reason I do this is because red and green colors for me, I get emotional. If I'm in a long and I see red, I get pissed off, or vice versa. If I'm in a short and I see green, I get angry. So I just get rid of it and I diffuse that. I don't really get angry, but you know what I mean. It's emotional. You see red when you're expecting green and you're like, ah. So I diffuse it with different colors. I have a different video on how you can change that if you want, but that's for a different time. Your chart, in theory, should look just like mine right here. You then want to drop down to the 5-minute time frame up here at the top. So your chart looks like this. So that's step 1. We're still following along. 15-minute time frame, rectangle tool, top wick, bottom wick, drag it over. Right there, that's our 15-minute time frame. The only other thing you have to do, step 2 on the 5-minute time frame, is you are looking for a candle closure body only. It doesn't have to be the whole candle, just the body to be above or below the zone. That's it on the 5-minute time frame. So right here, you can see we have this is the 15-minute range. Price chops around a little bit, it's moving around, and then right here at 10 Eastern Standard Time, the 5-minute candle closes with part of the body in and part of the body out of the zone. That to us right there means that's our indication. We're going to enter in our position in the same direction as the breakout of this candle. That's step 2 and the final step of this process. So, right here, you would enter your long position on wherever your broker is when this candle closes, which would kick over to right here. You can set your stop loss to whatever you want. When I trade the M variations, I go really aggressive and put my stop loss all the way on the other side of the zone. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. But when I show you the back tested results, this is assuming that wherever you enter, your stop loss is on the opposite side of the zone. That's how you're going to get this win rate that I'm going to show you. And then you can see here it runs up and you have a profitable day. Oh, dang it. We made money. Shoot. This is how it works. 5-minute time frame after marking out the 15-minute 9:30 to 9:45 candle. Wait for a 5-minute candle body closure to be outside of the zone either way, not a wick like this. It has to be a candle body, and then you go in. So when I turn my strategy back on, you'll see here, let me remove all my drawings, that right here, that's the candle body closure we were looking at. And then right here, when it moves over, it's going to go on. So we had ours a little bit high. Either way, still applies. The indicator is a little tighter, but either one of these would have worked. I guess technically we should have been on this one, but I just must not have mapped the 15 right. But you can see we enter in the long, and then it runs up, and right here is a TP1. Over here is a session end. So let's just scroll back now that I have this strategy out, and I'll show you some other results. Right here, we get movement. We have no candle body closure outside, but right here, we do get that on the 5-minute time frame. It signals a long, kicks over to this pricing, it pulls down a little, and then it runs up after it kicks back, and then there it is. So that's a win. That's profitable. This one here, this day sucks. This is a loss. Right here, it fires a short, but you can see we have our opening range, 5-minute candle closure below. So you would enter in right here, and then it pulls back up into the range. And over here, you actually end at a loss for the day. So you lost money on, what day is this? Thursday, February 5th. We then on Wednesday, February 4th, opening range, we get a 5-minute candle closure down below the range. Right here, it tells us to go short. We enter in here, it pops back. You can see why I set the opposite side as my stop loss to prevent things like this from happening and stopping me. And then it immediately corrects straight down to the bottom for my TP3, all the way down on 6 contracts. So I am running this setup with 6 MES contracts. That's how I set it up for my personal strategy. You can do it however you want, but your results are going to be different. The more contracts I run versus the less you run, you're not going to make the same amount of money I'm going to make with less contracts. That's how trading works. So let's stop talking about what this looks like now that we know how to establish it and look at the back tested results. So right here, over the last 365 days, February 9, 2025 to February 9, 2026, total P&L $18,231. Your max equity drawdown would be $8,301. Let's talk about a time where this would be crucial for prop firm account traders. Look at this valley right here that you go down into. If you have a $2,000 drawdown, let's say, on a prop firm account, you're going to lose your account during this time. If you're a real money trader, things like this don't really matter. If you're using your live account, let me take that back. It matters, right? You're losing money. But you can see the ebbs and flows of this chart. You're profitable on the year. So if we continue on and I stop rambling, 676 total trades. I'm going to explain this in just a second. Profitable trades over 365 days is 50.59% with a profit factor of 1.239. So you are profitable on the year. Are you incredibly rich? Not even close. But did you lose money? Also, no, not really close at all. You made $18,000. So let me touch on this real quick because we're on the last 365 days. When you have a strategy like this in TradingView and you're back testing it, that says 676, but this is only triggering once a day. This is take profit 1, that's a trade. Take profit 2, that's a trade. And take profit 3, that's a trade. So some days there could be as many as 4 on here, depending on how you're scaling out. And then also a session end added. It just depends on why and how and when, and you get it. But that's why if you see this and you say, hey, Aaron, this is over 365 days, why do you have so many trades? It's because each individual item or action item here counts as a trade. So over 365 days, almost a 51% win rate, 1.239 profit factor. You made money. You probably lost some prop firm accounts along the way. But if you weather the storm or maybe cycle out accounts, run this on one account only, at some point you're going to hit drawdown. You just throw in a backup, ready to go. This is the last 365 days. So now when we look at the last 6 months, going from August 1 to February 8th, we're not having fun. This is not what we want to see. This obviously, I call it the holiday lull. You get around Halloween somewhere in here, and then you get all the Halloween nightmares. This sucks. And then you get Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the market sucks. December is typically the worst month out of all 12 months to be trading in. Everybody says that. Some people are like, I made the most money ever in December. Liar. You did not. So you go through the ups and downs. The last 6 months, this is not attractive. $2,557 on your P&L. Max equity drawdown $7,000. All you're doing is losing money. No one's having fun, but Merry Christmas or whatever. 347 trades, 47% profitable, 1.066 profit factor. So you make a little bit of money if you can weather this storm. Chances are you're just not happy. Now, when we go to the last 90 days, we start to feel a little bit better, but we do still have part of this storm in here as well. So P&L of 6,400, max equity drawdown of 5,850, total trades 158. Your win rate is almost 53%, and your profit factor is 1.366. You're like, hey, Aaron, cool strategy. Thanks for showing me that. Hang on. Look at the last 30 days of this freaking gem, man. 8,995 on the P&L. Drawdown of 1770. Any $50,000 prop firm account is weathering this storm. If you have a $2,000 drawdown at any point, you are golden this whole time the last 30 days. 50 total trades, a 78% win rate with a profit factor of 4. So again, I know I'm excited about it because it's just how I am. But the last 30 days, is that a big test? No. Over 365, you're profitable. 6 months sucks. 90 days sucks. If you weather the storm and just understand that things go in phases and cycles, the orb does really well sometimes, and then it falls out for 60 to 90 days. So the last 30, if you were just looking at this, how could you be upset about a 78% win rate and a 4% or a 4-point profit factor? That's incredible. So let's look at the last 7 days just for fun, because I like stuff like this. $4,711 in the last week profit, 1770 drawdown, same as the 30, 12 total trades, almost 92% win rate with a 6.6 profit factor. So the best thing about this video is it shows you long-term, 365 days, you're profitable. You're break even on 6 months and 90 days, essentially. You're not having fun, but you're weathering the storm, especially if you're a real money trader and you have live accounts. This right here, though, the last 30 days, you're feeling really confident. The last 7 days, you're feeling like you're worth $1 million, even though you're worth $4,711. But things are good. This strategy works. It's a two-step process. And over the course of a year, you are profitable. You just have to figure out how to weather the storm along the way. So I hope you guys can follow along with this strategy. Again, it's 2 steps. I just posted another video as well with MNQ results. You can see that one also. And then I'm going to make a video on ES and on NQ as well, just so you guys can see the difference of the tickers. And I call ES and NQ the big boys. They're the ones where the money is made, but they're the ones where accounts are lost because the risk is there significantly more than MES and MNQ. But this is your MES 15-minute opening range break overview for the last 365 days.